Um, this is not a you need to blah 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 blah. More like encouraging video. I don't know what any of you are experiencing, but I'm pretty sure everyone is experiencing something. That's just life. And maybe your life is so amazing and then boom, something happened, right? My point is you'll get through it. You'll get through it. And now that think about it, I never completed talking about Job. And in the book of Job, I learned that how our human minds contextualize justice is just you do good, you get good. You do bad, you do bad. But this world is so much bigger than that, and we can't fathom it. As much as we advance in technology and we're so smart and we have our doctoral degrees and all of our degrees, will never be capable of running this world. Imagine having the weight of God. I can't even imagine. There's only probably whatever that percentage is. Think about running the entire universe. Then connecting and understanding and knowing, not knowing of, but truly knowing each individual. There's billions of people on the earth. Then on top of that, billions of creatures on the earth, from the smallest ladybug to the biggest elephant. And God is in control of it all. Then think about how nature works, you know. So bad things sometimes happen, not because it's a punishment or because God is cruel, but that's just life. That's life. And we have to also remember that Satan, Satan is stirring up trouble too. But in the story of Job, they try to figure out, oh, this is how God runs the earth, so da 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 da. And Job's like, he's a righteous man. And so initially he's like, oh, it's okay. Then it settled in because time, we're impatient creatures. So, and our timing is not his timing. So Job's like, all right, you know what? This is not fair. He's talking to God. And after discussing with his friends for majority of the book, he finally is like, you know what, God? I'm going to talk to you. And then so God's like, okay, since you know everything, Job, let me show you something. And he was like, you think you can, excuse me, I'm itching like mosquito bites, but you think you can run the earth? So what about this? And what about this? So he shows him two creatures, Leviathan, and I forgot the other one, Bem, not a mammoth, but I can't pronounce it, so I'm not even going to butcher it. And so think about it this way. God created snakes, right? Or, excuse me, God created snakes. God created, I'm going to say a brown recluse. We know that brown recluses are poisonous. If we get bit by one, it's going to be a problem. It's bad, but everything God created is good. It's bad for us, true, right? But does that mean that, now the spider needs to be punished? No, because God created is great in its own way. And similar to the creature Leviathan, that God was saying, it's a great creature. It's dangerous, it's scary to us, right? In our human eyes. But God's very proud of his creature. He know what he did. He made it that way. And so to put it all together is that sometimes we might not understand the situation, and sometimes there's no clear-cut reason why certain things happen. Like, one of my siblings broke my seat in my car. There's no clear-cut reason on how that happened or why that happened. Maybe there's no lesson in it. It's just the fact that things happen in life. But still having faith and still realizing that God is in control. That we don't understand. There's so much more to this life that we don't see and we don't understand, because all we have is this room of control, are ourselves. As much as we think we know, we do not. And so by the end of Job was humbled because he understood that he went on the tour, the tour that God gave him, like a a virtual reality, not virtual reality, but a tour. So, and he's like, oh my gosh, it was eye-opening, you know. God, he called on to God, and God answered. He said, okay, I'm gonna show you. And so it humbled him. He humbled himself, and then he asked for forgiveness, you know. But the beauty of it all is that Job went to God with his concerns. You know, he's building his relationship with God, and that's really the ultimate key to it all through this life. Having a relationship with God. Even when it feels like God's not answering us or this is that, just still having that relationship with God. Truly first of all, coming correct. Being humble. Addressing God in the most humble form, being truthful, pouring your heart out to God. That's all God is asking us, to open our hearts, pour our hearts out, our true feelings, because guess what? He knows. He made us. You can try to lie to yourself, but you can't lie to God. So go ahead and pour it out to him. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. He knows what you struggle with, and he knows all the hairs on your head. And so, end of the book, Job's blessed. And never, see, I think a common misconception is that, oh, he was blessed because reading it, this is what I interpreted. Reading it, there was no clear cut because God, it wasn't like, oh, because you did this, you rewarded. I think God just wanted to reward him because God wanted to. Same reason why everything that happened to Job, there was nothing that he did per se. It just happened. So, I'm not saying don't look for a reason in everything, but I guess learn your lessons and all, but understand that there's more to life than what we can perceive, and go to God. Build your relationship with God. I think that's the biggest thing. Humble yourself and build a relationship with God. That's what I learned in Job. Excuse my baby nephew. He's crying. And that's the end of this video. I'm not even going to edit it. Alright, bye.